All right, I just clocked off of work. I'm a truck driver. Now, my Nissan Frontier has been sitting in my yard for 2 months now. It broke down 2 months ago. And in today's episode, we're gonna take it back home. Welcome to Rusted Fabrics. But there's one problem. I've never flat towed a vehicle before. Now, I can go and get a tow truck and everything, but it's a little bit out of my budget, and we're a DIY channel, so we're gonna do it ourselves. Now, you would think I drive semi-trucks for a living, right? 80,000-pound vehicles, carrying a big loaded trailer and everything, and I should be comfortable with this, but I've never actually flat towed a vehicle before, so I'm not too sure what to do, what the setup is or anything, but I've seen them all the time at truck stops, and I've actually seen one little pickup truck towing 2 different vehicles. Here's some videos of that. Now, the Dodge Ram that we just fixed is gonna be the vehicle that's gonna be towing my little Nissan Frontier, and it should be up to the task. So with all that being said, let's get it going. And as you guys can see, the little Nissan Frontier is blocking all the parking for all the trailers out here. So we have to get this truck out of here. Now, as you guys can see, the front bumper is already removed. It's already sitting in the back right there. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to the day that I actually clocked off early off of work. Well, I didn't clock out early. I got back early and I was able to take that bumper off. So go ahead and cut to that. And I'm gonna show you how I remove the bumper while I back up the truck. So give me 1 second. All right guys, so I just got off work and I'm walking towards the truck in the Mercedes right over there. And I have to pull off that bumper on the truck so I could be able to flat tow it on Saturday when I get off of work. Tomorrow I'm going up to Richmond, California, which is San Francisco. And then Saturday I'll be able to flat tow that truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off that bumper. I only have 24% battery life on the camera. I don't know why I didn't charge the camera while I was working. My bad, but I will get as much footage as I can for you guys. Give me 1 second. Now, like any other beginner, I forgot to bring the keys to the truck. There it is, Rusted Fabrics. I forgot to bring the keys to the truck, but I'm pretty sure I can see the bolts from inside, from down here. Okay, yeah, okay, there's 2 I believe 12mm bolts right there, and there's 2 on that side right there, and then there should be a couple more you see 10mm bolt right there, and then there's a 17 down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tools that I need and then take this off. So I'll set you guys up so you guys can see. Give me 1 second. 10mm bolt down here. You guys can see I already removed the one from the other side. We gotta remove this one now. And yes, we got some new tools from Harbor Freight. Look at that, bam. Makes my job easier, makes my life easier. So I need a 17 and that 12. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that 12 for this one, and then the 17 with the 1/2 inch. So give me a second. Looks like it was just those 4 bolts and then those 2 10mm bolts on the side. Because look, check this out. The whole bumper just came off of those. Crazy. I really should have taken that box down, but when I do tow this thing out of here, I'm gonna have to cinch that down. But that's basically it. All I gotta do is, since I'm gonna flat tow it, grab it from those right here, that one right there, with the bolts itself, and then yeah, that's it. So I'll put these actually in the back of the truck so I don't forget. You guys gotta remind me in the comment section that I'm gonna leave these right here. Okay, so with that being said, it is tomorrow. I'm gonna go get my red truck and go ahead and tow this thing out of here. Yeah, that's it. That's how you remove a bumper. So give me 1 second. Now, as you guys can see, I actually borrowed my dad's little flat towing thing, and we actually used this when we actually picked up the Dodge Ram. We've actually flat towed it since the Dodge Ram was only like 20 minutes from where we live. This truck is almost an hour from where I live, and we got to go up some serious hills. If you guys live in Southern California, you guys might actually know the Cajon Pass.
A multi-car pileup in the Cajon Pass shut down the major highway for hours.
KCAL News reporter Tina Patel is live in the Cajon Pass, where traffic is still backed up. Tina, not the way you want to start your morning commute.
Spending hours on the road tonight. We spent hours just getting to the point where we are, and we didn't even get to the high desert. Take a live look behind me. Anyone who's driven this road to Vegas or up to the high desert who lives up here knows this is an important artery, and it is not moving at all right now.
Freeway shooting caused a crash that shut down a portion of Interstate 15 for several hours. Southbound drivers were diverted off the freeway at Ranchero Road, and then they were detoured along rural routes, causing huge traffic delays for hundreds of people.
Yep, we got to go up that. And we're actually going to go through a scenic route because I'm going to hook up cameras to the truck and this truck so you guys can see all that action. So give me 1 second. I'm going to figure out how this thing goes on this. The first thing we got to do, though, we have to unhook the battery. We have to unhook. So here's a list of stuff that we have to do before we actually can flat tow this truck. Unhook the battery, disconnect the drive shaft, hang it up high so it doesn't touch and it doesn't fall down. And then we also have to unlock the key. That way the steering wheel could actually move, the front tires could actually move and be able to follow the Dodge Ram. And then we're gonna hook up that bar to the front of the truck, and that's how we're gonna tow it home. So we're actually gonna unhook the battery from right here, and all it is just either a 10 millimeter or a 13 millimeter right here. Now, when the Nissan actually broke down, what happened is one of my heater hoses actually bursted, and I didn't know because it was back when it was like 34 degrees outside, and the truck was running great. It wasn't overheating or anything. And I got down to the yard, I clocked in, I did my work, and when it was time to go home, I turned on the truck. Before I clocked out, I turn on the truck, I put my stuff inside, I go and do my post trip and everything on my semi truck. Then I walk over to the parking lot and I get in my truck. Well, by the time I got to the truck, I didn't realize it was already overheating. All the coolant was gone out of the radiator, and I started driving it up the street. Died on me. Yep, actually died on me. And what I think happened is it seized. The motor seized. So I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to try to turn it on or anything. I got it towed. I got a tow truck to grab it and bring it back to the yard, which was like 5 minutes away. He only charged me like $100. And then I didn't decide to take it home because it was gonna be almost $500 to go up that Cajon Pass, and I just didn't have the money for that. So I left it here, worked on the Dodge Ram, finally fixed the Dodge Ram, and now we're gonna take this truck home. So it's already disconnected, the battery. I'm gonna tuck away the cable down, as you guys can see right there. And now we're gonna go ahead and lift up the back of the truck a little bit, take the drive shaft off of the rear axle, and then tuck it up, cinch it up there somehow, and then we're gonna start hooking up the truck, the little truck, to the big truck. So now I know safety is always third, but not today. All right, that should be enough for me to be able to get down there, get down here, and unbolt those 4 bolts off of the drive shaft. So I was hoping I'd be able to put my impact on here, but I don't think I'd be able to. Luckily though, it looks like there's a center shaft here, so I think I'd be able to just pull it out of here and not have to pull it out of the transmission. So that's gonna work out perfect for me. because I was thinking because the drive shaft is in the tail shaft of the transmission, I was gonna have to just hang it up, but it looks like I don't have to at all. I could just pull off the rear part of the drive shaft and tow it that way. So that's gonna be good. So let me go ahead and finish this, take it out, and then I'll show you guys that. Give me 1 second. And here we go. Here's the rear drive shaft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bolts back on the back splines, and then these, the cap bolts, I'm gonna save them inside the truck. Now, the internet did say that sometimes you actually have to drill holes onto the front of the truck.
What?
So I actually brought my little drill bit. I brought my drill, some WD-40, and a punch. So what I'm thinking is this bar right here in the front, this is where I'm gonna be able to mount this right here. So the whole goal is to be able to make holes so that these plates could actually go on there, and then we could tie in these bolts. Actually, I might actually do it from here. But also I brought a chain just in case. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the whole front end up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I set it up. And it's not a DIY, this is how you should do it. This is just how I'm doing it. There's a right way, there's a wrong way, and there's a way that I do it. And this is the way that I'm gonna do it. So give me 1 second. As you guys just saw, that was basically just a trial run. I drove from where it was at to where it's at now. Now, the problem is that that bar that was right here, I couldn't drill the holes perfectly aligned. So it just has one bolt and one bolt. But it does have this chain underneath of the truck. Now I'm gonna be stopping every 10 to 15 minutes to make sure that it doesn't get undone. And like I showed you guys right now, I'm gonna have a camera on the little truck and on the big truck as well. I'll have a camera on both. So we're just gonna go for it and everything. But first I gotta throw away all that cardboard that's behind the little truck. I bought my dad this like a week ago, and I never took the trash out off of it. I bought it in Arizona for him because California doesn't have gas lawnmower. They don't have gas lawnmowers anymore. And I actually got it for very cheap. Oh, also work gave me some stuff that's here at the yard, and I'm actually gonna be taking it home with me right now. I'll show you guys what that is right now, so give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. I needed my little Thor hammer. So actually work has been getting rid of all these shelvings, and they said I could take any of them I wanted, but what I'm interested in is this 1 and 2. Now the wood itself, I don't need that. That wood I don't need. I can make metal shelves for it, and plus this is flimsy, look at that. So I don't need that, but I do need the shelvings, and they can actually be deconstructed. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take them apart and then take them with me. So give me 1 second. Once I'm ready to leave the yard and go home, I will set all the cameras up. So give me 1 second. So before I do take off, I do have to show you guys something. I do have lights. I just set them up. They're magnetic lights, and they're ran by the pickup truck, by the Ram. And here is those stands. I already broke them apart. One, and then the second one's over there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start driving, and then once I get to a good spot, I'll set up the cameras. Now you guys might be wondering, why am I towing it with just 2 bolts? Well, the reason for that is, even if I would have put it on that bar, it would have still been only being towed by 2 bolts. So I mean, there's really no difference whether I just mount it on the 2 bolts or I mount it on just the bar. Now I did mount it on the offside location, but it is pulling this way, meaning it's pulling from the bolt and then it's pinching in. So therefore, mathematically wise and fabrication wise, it shouldn't disconnect from the Dodge. But in case it does, that yellow chain is holding it all together in case it does disconnect. So I do have a safety measure for that. We're not going to be getting on the freeway for a long period of time. We will get on the freeway, but not for a long time, just barely enough to be able to get off the freeway, go on side streets, jump back on the freeway for a little bit, and then go on side streets again. But yeah, so this was the best method I could figure out in a pinch without welding something onto it. So we're just gonna gun it, but the truck's on there, it's holding on good, so we're just gonna keep driving. We're on the freeway, little truck still following me. The 14mm bolts are holding on good without any Loctite and without actually having a lock nut or anything like that, a lock washer. But I am checking them. I'm checking them with that every single little time I can stop. I am checking them. But I will set up cameras once I slow down a little bit, so give me a second. Doing pretty good. I got non-copyrighted music playing inside, but we already made it all the way up, so I'm just gonna hold on to you guys inside, and I still have the camera up there. Give me 1 second. Very good progress, very good driving. I mean, yeah, if I let go of the steering wheel or I don't pay attention, it does wobble a little bit, but I mean, that's with anything. Even on the semi-truck, if I don't pay attention just a little bit, it will wobble, so it's all right. This basically reminds me of those grain guys, the guys that actually haul grain, because their trailers have 4 sets of tires on the ground at all times, and the front tires actually pivot with the tractor, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's a different feeling, not gonna lie, than a semi-truck or towing a little car with a trailer on, with, you know, a car on a trailer. So it's different, but let's go ahead and finish up this video. Let's get home. Guys, we have made it to the house. The dogs are barking up a storm already, but check it out. There it is. it was able to make it all the way, except at the beginning of our dirt road. When it turned, the tire wanted to come all the way over here. I'm hoping that that camera is still recording and it grabbed that. But I mean, check it out. The bolts are still on there. It's just 1 and 2 bolts and then the chain. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and park this and I will deal with it another day. But yeah, guys, first time me doing this. Like I said, I've seen it so many times on the road. People do it all the time, and you know, I drive an 80,000 pound vehicle all the time, so I mean, it shouldn't have been that difficult, you know. So there it is, there's the setup again. And guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. If you guys can do me a favor, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching.